Okay.
Are you recording yet? Okay, you record. That's all right. You can continue recording. I was just going to say, how's everyone doing? How are you doing, Oil, Tammy, B? How you guys going?
Yeah, it's good.
Great too.
Yeah.
Doing great, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, excellent, excellent. So, look, if you any questions you want to ask, feel free to. But I'll go through some training first, and then we'll stop the recording. So, before I go on to the USA SMS platform, I just want to follow up on something we talked about last week, which is the Facebook ads. I think, it was I really enjoyed the discussion that we had about Facebook ads. San gave me some good feedback, and I'm happy to train on any digital marketing you want to talk about. I'm happy to go over, but I'm going to share my screen because there is something I forgot to mention last week, which is also very important. So sorry, where's my Zoom? Zoom share. Here we go, share screen. All right, great. So here we are. So let's go back to we're talking about Facebook ads and pausing, identifying. We talked about identifying ads which were not performing well and stopping those ads and replacing them with other ones. And so I'm just going to pick a random restaurant. Like, I'm not picking this one for any reason. And let's look at all time. Okay, so we're looking at this restaurant here, and we can see this one's a conversions campaign, I think. And so we can see how many orders and the cost per order. So it's interesting. This one hasn't been running very long. Now I'm gonna choose a different one. All right, so let me see who's been running for a while now. Okay, this one's Grab Thai Bondi, and okay, it's running for a while, and we've had different ads. They have lots of different ads. Okay, no, that's not a good one either. Sorry. Let me find something else here. All right, try Thai. All right, we're gonna go try Thai. Okay. All right, so this one here. Let me show some more ads. We got 4 ads running, and they've all been running for quite a while. We spent quite a bit of money on all 4. Now, which one of these ads would we pause, and why? Anyone but San. I don't want to ask San. I'll ask Oil. Or which one of these do you think we should pause, and why?
The first one.
Okay, yep, I agree. So why did you choose that one?
It has lots of impressions, yes, but it costs too high for the result. Yes, it's it's much different than the second one.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll turn that one off. Yeah. Are there any other ads here? Does anyone think we should turn off? Because I think we should turn off one more as well.
The third?
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you say that one?
It has 0 result for that one.
Yeah, and we spent $56. So even if we were to get one order today, it would be $56 for that order.
Yeah.
So you're right. So those 2 we turn off, and we keep these other 2 on going. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. Now, what I forgot to mention last week, which is very important, is that never ever delete ads that you've turned off. Now, why would I say that? Why would I say turn them off, but don't delete them? Can anyone guess? Take a guess. Let me ask, I'll ask Tammy. Tammy, what do you think?
Oh, I just mute. Okay, let me see. impression.
Why wouldn't we delete these ads?
You mean the image 2 and 1, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we've turned them off, but I recommend we don't want to remove them. We're never going to use them again. We won't ever use them again. But why don't I want them to be deleted?
Okay, for image image 1, so the cost per result is too high and not worth. And with image number 2, there's no I think the impression is much, but I'm not sure why there's no cost per result.
So yeah, that one they just never had. No one's ever placed an order.
Yeah.
Well, that we know of anyway, not through the online system. Anyway,
Yeah, that's not good at all.
No, they're both not good, and we'll never use them. But we won't delete them. So let me ask B. I'll ask B. B, what do you think, B? Why don't I want you to delete them?
I think it's because we can. It's like a history that we just. What should I say?
Yep.
It may be like a proof that we do the ad for the customer and showing that these two ads, even it's not effective, but it still got the impressions. Something like that.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. That's definitely part of it. I mean, if we were to delete these, we still might see the statistics. Not these two. I mean, total. We might see the total statistics, but yeah, that's a good point as well. But there's another very important reason. I'll put you out of your misery, right? I'll tell you what it is. So the reason is because, you know, if we leave them there, we won't. You know how we're trying new ads all the time. You know how we're replacing ads. Like let's say, especially if there was only one. Like there's still 2 here, and that's fine. But let's say all three of them were really bad, and we only had one. Normally we would create a new ad, right? Like I'd find a new image and use that. Well, by not deleting them, by leaving them there, we can see which images or which offers, sometimes they're different offers as well. We can see which images and which offers are not converting well. And so in the future, we don't again, like, because, and sometimes we might forget which image we've used, or someone else comes along and is managing the account and you're not managing it anymore. People can, so everyone can see, okay, we've tried that offer or we've tried this image and it just didn't work well. So that's why it's very, very important. We turn them off, but we don't delete them. Okay. All right, so I want to get, before I go on to the USA SMS platform, was there any other questions about that one?
No.
No? Okay. All right, so the USA platform, so here it is. The login details is on the spreadsheet, the Local for You logins and training spreadsheet. Because it does have its own URL and its own username and password. Now, when you log in right now, it looks like this. It's pretty much identical. It's pretty much identical. The only difference is the color's a little bit different, which I think is good, because that way it's easy for you to identify which platform you're on, whether you're on the USA or the Australia one. But pretty much everything is the same, but there are a few little differences, and I'll explain what they are. So first of all, in our account, in the Local for You account, which we never really go into, let me see. So the difference is the cost per SMS in cents for the US is 2.1 cents. So in Australia, it's 6.6 or 6.5. I can't remember, sorry. I think it's 6.6. But in America, it's 2.1. And the reason for that is because it's just very different in America. The costs are very different. So that's why and that's sort of the normal rate. That's the normal rate in America that people would expect to pay when using our SMS platform, 2.1 cents. So that's what we charge our clients. So let's go back here. So when you're adding a client, you do it exactly the same way that you have in the past. Obviously, by default, it's already got the USA country code. United States is the country. Time zone. This is very important. It's very important when you're adding a new client. It's very important to know which time zone they're in and to choose the correct time zone. So when you scroll up here, you'll see America. It's got America, and there's lots of different choices. But the main thing you look at is the hours. See where it's got the hours there? You know, whether it's -8 hours, -5, -3, -4, because they don't give you every city in America. They don't give you every state. So, for example, I'll give you an example. So we added, we've got our first gold client. It's gold solo client, Taste of Thai. And the settings for Taste of Thai is, they're based in Texas, right? They're in Texas.
Yeah.
But when I looked here through the options for America, I couldn't find Texas, like any Texas cities. But when I did a search on Google for Texas, USA time zone, I could see that it's GMT -6. So what I did was I chose Mexico City because it's -6. I could have chose Denver. I could have chose Denver, but I think Mexico City is closer to Texas. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Either one would have been fine, right? I could choose Denver or Mexico City, but the main thing is the -6. So that's very important. So let me pick on San. I'll pick on San this time. So San, why is choosing the correct time zone so important?
Because it helps you to send the correct time in that time. We have the problem like the Sandy, like the Sandy, that we have to pick up the time zone at the end when we schedule, right?
Yeah.
We might be select the wrong or forgot to select the correct time zone. This, if we set like this, it help us to set the correct time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the US, they just changed the daylight saving time few days ago.
Yeah.
That means all the time will be different for 1 hour.
Yeah. So if we select the right time zone, then
Yes.
we should be okay, even if they change, you know, daylight
Yes.
savings. Yeah.
Yes, it will be changed automatically.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. For now we don't have an integration with this platform yet, so you don't have to worry about the API key and the API secret. But as soon as we get USA Gold clients that are using Global Foods platform, we will set up the API as well.
Okay.
And pretty much everything else is the same. Everything else is the same. So let me go back. Here. So once you've created your client's account, so we're still in Taste of Thai. There is one thing extra we need to do, and that is to go to this numbers section here, and we have to actually add a number.
Yeah.
So the thing is, with the US, with every country, not just the US, but with every country, the rules for how you're allowed to broadcast SMS are different. So in Australia, with the platform that we use, the SMS platform that we're using, we don't need to have a number. We don't need to add a number, right? We can just use what's available in the system, like it auto, you know, but anyway, we don't have to order a number or add a number to a client's account. But for the USA clients, we do have to do it. So it's very simple. You just click on add number. So we've already got one, but I'll just show you. You click on add number, and then there's got a list of available numbers. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. So you can just leave the default ones fine. So the cost, now this is very important. When you're setting up a gold client in the USA, please let them know that they will be charged a monthly fee of $5 per month on top of their broadcast spend. Okay, that's for the number. Now, we don't, at the moment, it's $5 a month. It might change. I'm not sure. It might go up maybe, but at the moment, that's cost price. Local for You doesn't make any profit on that. That's how much the platform charges. Okay, and it gives you the date that it's going to be charged, which looks like 1 month from now. Okay, so you click on activate and it'll add the number here. You only need one number per client, and there it is there. Okay. And then when you're messaging, so because we have a number now, so when we go to send an SMS, you know, we choose our customer list. The number's there already. So, but we can't change that number into displaying the restaurant's name. You know how on the Australian platform we've got like 11 characters and we can put the restaurant's name? We can't do that here in the US. So what that means is we will go back to the old way of where we put the restaurant's name here at the beginning. Taste of Thai, and then, you know, go ahead, you know, put in your normal message. We leave the opt-out reply stop there. And yeah, and everything else is the same, the way we normally do it. Now, so what we can do to, now normally in Australia, we don't split sending, right? If you're finding that, so what the SMS company told me to pass on to everyone is that if you find when you're sending out broadcasts that if the restaurant ever says or complains that a lot of customers are not getting the SMS, let me know, because we may use this split sending feature, right? Where we split it into, you know, I don't know, you know, we can decide, and so we can split it like maybe every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes. So, because what it'll do, it'll automatically split up the list, and instead of sending it all in one go, it'll split, like if we split it to 4 segments, for example, it'll send out a quarter of the customers will get the SMS, and then 5 minutes later, another quarter, and then another 5 minutes later, another quarter, and then another 5 minutes later, the last quarter of customers will get the message. Does that make sense to everyone? Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
Okay. But we won't do that initially. We will just send out to everyone. But if we find that there's deliverability issues, or, you know, customers are saying they're not getting the SMSs, we will do this. We'll use the splits sending feature. Okay. All right. I think that covers everything. Was there any questions about the USA platform?
No, for me. Tammy, do you have any question? You have to work with this.
Yes, for import the contact, the contact,
Yeah.
the phone number. Yeah, I already have the Excel sheet file, so I will send to you
Okay, I'll show you exactly. It's very easy. Can you send it to me right now? I'll do it right now. Tammy, can you send it, the Excel spreadsheet, to me? Send it to me via WhatsApp or however you want to.
Okay, just a minute.
Thank you. While we're waiting for Tammy to do that, was there any other comments or questions?
No.
No, for me.
No? Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, thank you. All right. Did you? Oh, thank you. Here we go. All right, so there it is there. All right, so we've got our, okay, so we've got our list of contacts. So here, so what we do, if we go to, so again, we're still in the Taste of Thai, we go into contacts, and we need to set up a list. So what we'll do, we'll go new contact list, and we're going to call it Taste of Thai Customers. And then we're going to select this upload feature here and go and find that file. There it is. So yep, United States. Okay, and make sure we tick this checkbox down here. I have permission to message these contacts. Very important.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll click on up, and you can leave that tick. That's fine. Okay. So click on upload. All right. So now it's saying to us, okay, it's showing us the fields that are available in this spreadsheet. So we have first name, last name, mobile number, customer email, and it's already automatically identified the first name, last name up here and mobile. But if it didn't, you can just select it, right? You can just select it. So that's first name, that's last name. Yep, that's fine. And that's mobile. And we don't import the emails, so we just leave that as don't import and click on import. All right, so it's giving us a bit of a report here. There was 1,903 contacts, 89 duplicates, 9 was skipped. So altogether, we've got now 1,805. And we click on finish. All right, and there's all our contacts in the system, and now that's ready to go. Yeah. So if you look here, there it is, Taste of Thai, customers 1,805. Now, so what happens? So with I'll share something else with you. So because this client, they're not on the Global Foods, and it's not automatically updating new customers. So Tammy's gonna, you know, every
month,
I'm not
right.
Sorry,
every month, right? That I could require for Smile Dining to send me the customer database.
right? Yeah. And what's going to happen too, Tammy, is we've imported this today, but they're going to be getting more customers. So what you'll want to do, Tammy, is once a month, you'll want to contact Taste of Thai and say, hey, would you please send me an updated list of your customers? And then what you'll do is you'll come in here, and what you do, so when they send you in a month's time, when they send you the updated list of customers, you come back here into the contacts area. Make sure you're lined up with Taste of Thai customers and click on upload. And what you'll do is you'll do exactly the same thing. You'll upload the new file. And when you upload the new file, it'll just, it'll only add the new ones. Any ones you've already imported, it'll just skip them. But you basically go through the same process. All right. So any questions about the manually uploading and updating contacts?
No, but is this confirmed, right, that it will be additional $5
Yeah.
for the sender every month?
Yeah, that's a month. So for all USA clients, it's $5 per month for their number. They get a unique number. What that means, by the way, what that means too, that actually means something to them. Because they have their own number, people can actually reply, and we can see the replies. So that's very important also. So you know, I don't know, some of you might remember, like Oil might remember, one of the things we used to do on a regular basis was check the replies. Like on the previous, not this SMS platform, but a previous one we used to use in Australia. And we used to check the replies, and sometimes people would leave a message like unsubscribe, because, you know, like they didn't type, you know how you're supposed to put stop? Some people don't put stop. They'll reply unsubscribe. And so we would check the messages maybe once a week. We would check the reply messages. And if there was something that we needed to action, like unsubscribe someone, we would unsubscribe them. So what happens is, because they're paying for this number, people can actually reply.
Okay, got it. And with 2.1 cent per SMS, it will be is between 36, right? And 36 is around $36 plus 5, and it will be 41 per month. Okay.
Yeah, so it depends how often they're broadcasting, right?
Yeah.
So if they're doing it every week, if we're doing a broadcast every week for them, so if they've got, so let's get our calculator out. If they right now they have 1,800, let's say 1,000, we'll just keep it simple. They've got 1,805 contacts. So if we times that by 0.21 cents, yep, that's their cost per week. Times that by 4.
34.
Plus their $5.
Yeah.
Their expense per week for SMS is going to be about $156 US. Now, some months it might be, you know, some months it's 5, you know, like it's 5 weekends in a month. It's, you know, some months. So some months it'll be plus another $38, you know. So it'll be between $156 and $194, depending on how many weekends in that month.
So don't forget to add a credit card on your system to charge them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The owner can log in to the platform and add by themselves, right?
Yep. Exactly. Okay. They can log in. They can log in anytime, update their credit card. They can download invoices like receipts, all that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Tonight I will explain all these things to Kudkan.
All right. Awesome.
And yeah, last night I also called with her, and she said on Tuesday, on the US time. So this my dining will have a meeting about the local for you as well. So I did not know much detail. So I might get some more information on tonight after I explain her all about the SMS platform.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
And I will report you guys.
Thank you, Tammy. Well, if there's no other questions, I'll pass the time over to Sun.
No. I have no question, and I have something to just tell you guys. It's already 9 November and tomorrow is a billing date. Don't forget to check your downgate, upgrade, your cancel on Trello, add the label, add the checklist on your project. That don't forget about it. And may I speak Thai, John?
Yeah, anytime. Go for it.
โอเครูปบางร้านยังเป็นรูปเก่าอยู่เลยในเซนดี้ยังเป็นรูปเก่าอยู่แต่ยังของเวลลาดยังไม่เห็นทำหรือยังคะส่งคิมให้ทำยังได้ยัง
เวลลาดเดี๋ยวเวลลาดใช้รูปใหม่มาสักพักแล้วนี่
อันนั้นคือใหม่แล้วเหรอที่ลงอยู่อันนั้นคือคิมทำหรือที่ทำ
คิมทำ
จริงเหรอบอกมันไปทำใหม่งงมาก
โอเคเดี๋ยวพี่แอสไซน์ไปเพิ่มเดี๋ยววีคนี้พี่ทำไปก่อนละกัน
โอเค
เพราะว่าวีคนี้ไม่มีซิลเวอร์
หรือวีคนี้จะโฆษณาพิซซ่าหรือหน้าร้านเขาก็ได้นะรูปในไดฟ์เขาเยอะอยู่ไปโฆษณาตัวอื่นก่อนก็ได้ยังมีบางร้านที่ยังใช้รูปในเซนดี้ยังเป็นรูปเก่าอยู่แต่บางร้านหารูปไม่เจออย่างร้านออยอย่างเงี้ยอาหารไทยโกของโกแพคหาในคลิปไม่เจอสั่งอันนั้นสั่งทำยังหรือได้มาหรือยัง
เอาออกมาแล้ว
โอเคเพราะว่ามันยังเป็นรูปเก่าอยู่หรือว่าใครมีความเห็นหรืออะไรอย่างเงี้ยแจ้งได้เช่นแบบอยากแบบว่าเปลี่ยนเวลาโพสต์ไหมลองแบบอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแบบมาแชร์กันได้เพราะบางทีแบบนี่ก็แบบคิดไม่ออกพยายามจะลองไปเสนออะไรใหม่ๆให้อะไรเงี้ยถ้าใครมีไอเดียอยากให้มาแชร์กันเพราะว่าเราอาจจะไปเห็นอะไรบางอย่างอะไรเงี้ยหรือเราจะเล่นตัวไวรัลของไทยก็ได้นะความจริงเขาไปดูมามันก็ดูโอเคดีเช่นขำตอนแรกจะบอกว่าจะเล่นแบบว่าพระมหาเทวีเจ้ามันก็ตลกเนาะไม่มีใครรู้จักแบบอาจจะเล่นแบบอะไรที่แบบคนไทยเขารู้กันอย่างนั้นก็ได้หรือเข้าไปดูที่ร้านกาลาไทยหรือไทยแอนทีเขาใช้ของฟ็อกจังกี้อยู่เข้าไปดูได้ว่าเขาใช้แคปชั่นประมาณไหนแล้วก็ทุกแคปชั่นไม่จำเป็นจะต้องมีโปรโมชั่นนะก็คือเราอาจจะแค่โฆษณาเล็กๆน้อยๆก็ได้แต่ไม่จำเป็นต้องแบบมี 50% อะไรอย่างเงี้ยทุกโพสต์คือไม่ต้องแล้วอะไรก็ได้ให้มันดูแบบแปลกใหม่เพราะตอนนี้ก็ประสบปัญหาคือเพจ4 นาทีโอเคเพราะเดี๋ยวโดนตัดกลางอากาศอีกเพราะว่าเพจร้านเนี่ยบางทีมันไม่มีไลค์เว้ยแล้วก็ยอดเข้ามาในเพจมันเป็นตัวแดงมันน้อยลงก็แบบพยายามหาทางที่แบบให้มันเข้าถึงแล้วมีกดไลค์สักหน่อยก็ดีแต่มันแบบไม่รู้ทำไมเหมือนกันแต่ก็จะพยายามนะมีใครมีปัญหาอะไรไหมจ๊ะในอาทิตย์นี้หรืออาทิตย์ที่แล้ว
ไม่มีนะตอนนี้ก็ improve เรื่องโพสกับเซนดี้อยู่เซนดี้ตอนนี้ไม่ใส่แคปชั่นเพิ่มไปอีกนิดหน่อยดัน
หนูเห็นแล้วดีค่ะดีทุกคนดีมากโอเควันนี้เราคอแห้งเราจะไม่เอา1 ชั่วโมงครึ่งอีกต่อไปเนาะลืมเรคคอร์ดอยู่เดี๋ยว